Hello there, Indie Warriors, and welcome to I Dream of Indie Games. Old Gamer Joe here, ready to rock with all of the exciting indie releases that caught our attention for the week of June 2nd through the 6th of 2025. Things are heating up both outside and within the indie gaming scene in what has already been an action-packed 2025. Let's keep the good times rolling. And hey, to ensure that we can do just that, head over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames and you'll gain Discord access to the greatest indie gaming community out there. Enjoy early ad-free shows, receive a shout-out at the end of every video we produce, our podcast 3 days early, and so much more. Your new indie gaming community is waiting for you. Alright, before we hop into all of those amazing indie releases headed your way this week, why not add another one to the list? Launching next year, this is Aegis Force, the Scorian War from Deseret Games Studio. Prepare for epic 2.5D pixelated tactical goodness that harkens back to the glory days when games such as Final Fantasy Tactics, Fire Emblem, and Shining Force reigned supreme. Oh, I'm getting the chills just thinking about it. But this game isn't stuck entirely in the past. Modern features make it playable for everyone and anyone. Anyone and everyone? I don't know. Either way, if you love turn-based combat, exploring sprawling towns, and deeply woven stories, then this is the game for you. See? Now you're paying attention. This world is full of secrets and complex characters with 2 countries battling over magic and technology. Customize your forces with 15 recruitable characters across what is promising to be a 30-hour campaign. Music to my ears. Will you put an end to the Scorian War once and for all? Use the link in our description box below and prepare yourself for when Aegis Force, the Scorian War, deploys in the coming months. A very special thank you to Deseret Games Studio for sponsoring this week's episode, but now, it's on to the indies. Are you ready? Alright, up first this week is POPUCOM, a match 3 shooter with a unique color switching mechanic that looks super bright, cheery, and addicting. You'll use a variety of artifacts to advance through the game, enjoying frantic co-op play where teamwork will almost certainly make the dream work. Maybe. I really enjoy indie games like Biped where you have to work closely with someone else, though I also recognize how quickly that can cause friction. I don't think that'll be the case with POPUCOM, however, as its pleasing color palette will hopefully keep players from losing their cool. Explore unknown planets, take down enemies, and use a wacky assortment of items to save the day. POPUCOM's unique blend of gameplay elements has me eager to give it a go, plus the arcade minigames pull at my heartstrings and give me all the retro feels. I'm such a sucker for that stuff. POPUCOM, it's populating soon, on Steam. I'm not that clever today. Let's keep the momentum going, coming at you fast. You know when a game says it's inspired by Crash Team Racing that I have to pay attention to it. It's one of my favorite kart racers ever. Vroom vroom, the Karters 2 Turbocharged launches on the 2nd, coming from Pixel Edge Games. And take note, Steam Deck lovers, it's fully playable day 1 on Valve's handheld, at least according to the developer. Imitation is the best form of flattery, but the Karters 2 will have a look and feel of its own, alongside full mod support that should bring out some creative results. I've even made an exception here. We don't normally include early access games on this list, but this one looked way too fun not to bring to your attention, so sue me. It's also planned for consoles at some point in the future. Also, don't actually sue me. Those diving in early can expect a whopping 16 tracks to race on, 8 battle arenas for battle mode, and tons of additional modes on top of that. And oh yes, online multiplayer is a go. Give it a go for yourself early this week. Looking to get a little tactical this week instead? Well, don't worry, I got you covered. Neuroshima Hex is a hex-based tactical strategy game based on a board game that has been around for a while, though I must admit, I'm not familiar with it. The game revolves around controlling different factions, each with unique abilities of their own. You must defeat your foes by carefully managing modifiers, so placing each unit in the right spot is going to be key to your success. Oh yeah, that's the sweet spot. This version of the game features single-player, multiplayer, and online PvP modes. At launch, 10 armies will be available, each with distinct attributes, including Borgo, Steel Police, and Outposts, just to name a few. And if that weren't enough, future DLC will bring even more content. Fans of the board game should definitely keep their eyes on this one. You won't be bored at all. Don't hold me to that. I don't know if the game's actually good, but people want to play it. Were you like me growing up and you loved titles such as Beyond Good and Evil and Wind Waker, 2 names that were dropped on the official Steam page for Zefyr, A Thief's Melody? Well then, alright, I actually gotta be honest with you for a second here. I'm not big on the 3D Zelda games, I'm sorry, but plenty of you are. And if you are, this open world adventure is full of secrets waiting to be discovered as you glide across waters, controlling a thief on a mission to find kidnapped people. Zefyr, A Thief's Melody features a vast ocean, but you'll also explore islands and solve a variety of puzzles along the way. There's combat too, with a relatively non-linear story that lets you enjoy the game at your own pace. Prepare for a wave of emotions and a few boss battles along the way when the game launches this week. Time to tame the beast in Voidsayer, coming to us from the good folks over at Indie.io, who we just recently visited at PAX. Check out our PAX coverage if you missed it, it's great. This turn-based creature collector has an awesome dark atmosphere featuring over 100 unique monsters, each monster coming with its own unique abilities and quirks. In combat, you'll need to rely on your strategy skills, as the game keeps players on their toes with procedurally generated worlds. You'll never know what's coming next. Ooh, scary. It's gonna be a tough game, no doubt, so manage your resources carefully. There's also a unique settlement system offering a brief moment of safety, just enough to catch your breath. This mix of roguelike elements, tactical combat, and a dark setting seem promising without question. Try it out for yourself on the 2nd. Another sequel for another game that I've never played. Next we have Rise of Industry 2, launching on the 3rd. Taking place during the good old 80s, you'll need to make critical business decisions and gather contacts as you, well, you heard the name of the game, rise to the top of the industry. Create factories, farms, power plants, trade goods, and sign massive contracts. Grow your research lab, and of course, carefully manage your finances all along the way, or else the whole thing might go bust. Uh-oh. Building is important, yes, but you'll also need to take part in some nasty political shenanigans if you really want to make a name for yourself. Hey, nobody said it would be easy or clean. The game will feature 15 different scenarios to go through and a full sandbox mode, adding potentially endless replayability. So get ready to rise to the top, just like the cream on your coffee, or something like that. Does that rise? Ravioli? Boiling? Something like that? Alright, enjoy the game. Sometimes you love the idea of diving into a game for a while, but you don't feel like tackling one that overwhelms you with complex mechanics. You just don't want to think after a day's work or whatever. Well, if that is the case, Brawl To The West might be just what you're looking for. An auto-battler where you create a squad, equip them with a variety of abilities and weaponry, and set them into formation. The game takes care of the rest for you. Set in a fantasy world, it's not just about the battles, it also features farming elements where you can grow crops, raise monsters, and even make wine. But that's not all. There's deck building here too, with over 100 different cards to customize your playstyle. Plus, players have the option for multiplayer completely stress-free with no time limits. You know what's weird though? At launch, this game won't support English language. Kind of ironic for a game called Brawl To The West, but hopefully that will be added in short order. Time for a survivors game, but a really cute one. Slash your way through this roguelike with team-based elements and take down seemingly endless waves of slimes in Skewer of Heroes Bubble Survivors. In this indie adventure, each of our heroes comes equipped with a unique skill set, giving you an ever so slight chance of survival against your slimy adversaries. A free formation mechanic allows you to circle your foes and carefully lay out attacks to turn the tide of battle in your favor. That's right, you can't just idle your way through this one. Gonna have to use that old noggin of yours after all. Find the best combination of characters for you and take down slimes on the 3rd. This one is oozing with charm. See what I did there? Alright, next on our list is a game that has been rolled out in the strangest of ways, the episodic Deltarune, coming to us from the legendary Toby Fox. Chapters 3 and 4 will drop on the 4th of June, and early Switch 2 adopters will be able to play the game on June 5th around midnight when it launches on the eShop. While Deltarune is planned to have 7 chapters total, the good news is that additional chapters will be added for free as long as you already own the game. Deltarune serves as a sort of follow-up to Undertale, where you'll once again defeat foes or spare their lives in quirky bullet-dodging turn-based battles. There's a new cast of characters, a brand new storyline, but the same signature charm and humor Toby Fox is known for. And yes, he's also handling the soundtrack, which, if his previous work is any indication, will be legendary. What secrets lurk in this world? We'll find out soon as we enter another bizarre adventure. And closing things out after a short delay, 2-player puzzle game Parallel Experiment will finally see the light of day on June 5th. I do say 2 players, but in order to enjoy this title, each player will need a copy of the game, as it plays out very much like an escape room. Put your heads together and enjoy cross-platform play if necessary. The story follows 2 detectives trying to escape a killer's experiment. The game features over 80 challenging puzzles, from having to redirect water to opening locks. But because you and player 2 aren't always together, voice chat is going to be crucial if you hope to succeed. If your brain needs a bit of a break, enjoy some retro minigames, including a claw machine or even darts. I love the idea of this game and was bummed when it got delayed, so nice to see it will finally see the light of day. And that's gonna do it for this week, folks, but thank you so much for supporting Indie Visibility. Let us know in the comments below which indie games you'll be grabbing this week. Voice to the voiceless.